Good morning from Joshua Tree National Park. I am sitting at the Alchemist Retreat, and let me tell you, this place is it's amazing. I love it. It has got about 5 outdoor spaces where we can hang out. It has cowboy tubs, a jacuzzi, a porch, a garage area, and then it also has a lounging area where you could sit back and just look up at the stars at night. It is just an absolutely lovely property, so if you ever come out here, I can highly recommend it. The decor is fabulous, and I just want to buy everything. We settled in, had some cheese and wine while enjoying our surroundings, and then called it a night. In the morning, we headed off to the park. Our first planned stop was Arch Rock, which was all the way over on the other side of the park. So we really should have just gone down 62 to the north entrance in 29 Palms. Joshua Tree is huge, a whopping 794,000 acres, and it took us nearly an hour to get there. Don't get me wrong, it was a beautiful drive, but we could have saved so much time. Anyway, let's get on with some park facts. The park's namesake, a Joshua tree, is actually not a tree. It's the largest plant of the yucca family and grows 30 to 40 feet high. The trees got their name from Mormon settlers who thought the branches resembled Joshua reaching his hands up in prayer. Joshua tree gets 8 inches of rain on average per year. The average lifespan of a Joshua tree is about 500 years. And they only grow half an inch to 3 inches per year and will take 50 to 60 years to reach full height. I'm standing in front of Arch Rock, and this particular trail is only 0.37 miles long, and the entrance to it is closer to 29 Palms. And then after this, you can either go get lunch in 29 Palms, or you can drive back and start hitting all the other trails. And one of those that we're going to check out is Skull Rock. That plan quickly changed as we were walking back to the car. We decided it was too hot, and it would be better to get some lunch and check out the shops until it cooled down a bit. Ground Squirrel had me with their cosmic murals, but it was the gluten-free buns that had my friend raving. She said they were the best she's ever had. The food was amazing, the beer was tasty, and the desert vibes were on point.
My name is Jeff Hafler, and they call me America's hair historian.
Welcome to the Beauty Bubble Salon and Museum, a working retro-style hair salon that also serves as a museum housing thousands of vintage artifacts dating back to 1883. It is a treasure trove of unique that includes everything from crazy coolers to vintage postcards.
I started collecting artifacts when I was in beauty school in Columbus, Ohio in 1991, when I was 19 years old, and now I'm 51. And have been in the desert for almost 20 years full-time, but 8 years in this location. So I open as a roadside attraction on Friday and Saturday now just for retail and tourists. And that was a result of the pandemic when salons were closed here in California. Started renting my chairs then the rest of the week. So we have 4 stylists who take appointments Sunday through Thursday.
And how many artifacts do you have?
There are thousands. I mean, I approximate there's 3,000 at least, but I haven't counted them. It continues to grow because people give me things all the time. Part of my problem is I can't say no.
Yeah.
And I tell people, this is not all my fault.
You know,
because some people run out the front door like, wow, this guy has just lost his mind. But I've just become, the caretaker and the curator of this place. And I get to dust it and take care of it and manage it and then sell cute shit on the weekends. I love telling people that when I was a kid, I thought I'd be an archaeologist because I loved history and old things. And I was a poor kid in Ohio that shopped at thrift stores. I did not go to college when I graduated from high school because I didn't want to and I couldn't afford it. And I thought my $4 an hour job at Pier 1 was going to be plenty. And after a year of that, I realized I'm going to have to do something with my life. And I looked into cosmetology school and flight attendant school. Literally, I was like, okay, Jeff, you're going to do one of those things. I qualified for grants that paid for beauty school. So I ended up in beauty school for free. And I was shopping at those thrift stores in Ohio at the same time. And I was drawn to then the things from this industry and the old hair dryers and the products and all that stuff. So I was attracted to the history of this industry then at that time. And now we have our documentary that's winning awards in film festivals. We're up to 29 awards in art film. It shares my personal story as well as my professional story. It's not just about this place and it's not just about me. And if you go to InsideTheBeautyBubble.com, you can see the trailer. The goal is that it streams on a platform. And I was born to be a Disney star. So
there you go.
I'm hoping for Disney Plus, but we'll take anything.
Helene and I were so happy we took the time to visit the salon. It was great meeting Jeff and hearing all about his experiences. I will let Jeff just wrap it up.
Hallelujah and hairs too, yes.
We then headed to Joshua Tree and spent some time wandering around the Sun Alley shops. By the way, that blanket, it came home with me. The Art Queen and Crochet Museum are run by artist and musician Sherry Elf. At the Art Queen, you can buy funky clothes, prints, paintings, and crocheted items. Just outside the shop is the Crochet Museum, which is tucked inside an old drive-through photo kiosk Sherry found on the side of the road. Open the door and you are greeted with hundreds of crocheted animals, creatures, and objects, all collected by Sherry, who, by the way, does not knit or crochet. She collects. The museum is open day and night. Just walk on in and enjoy this oddity that has found its way into HSBC advertising in airports. See? World famous. The day had cooled down and we decided we had enough time to visit Skull Rock before driving to the Cholla Catcus Garden for sunset. The rock's hollowed-out depression set below a pointy top turned this formation into a popular stop along the main east-west Park Road. We are going to have to come back tomorrow to get the full effect of the sun setting, but still, it is so beautiful here. And now we're off to do some dark sky things, so that should work out just fine because we got plenty of time for dark skies. So this is happening right now. We are stargazing, but there's some bright lights here now, and they're actually towing the cart next to me. I swear to God, I freaked out because I thought this is my car. It's not my car, thank God. It's the car that's parked next to me. La Copine, an elevated new American restaurant on Old Woman Road, should definitely be on your must-visit list. Visitors and locals are obsessed with it, and it's no wonder why after you taste the food. It is amazing. By the way, the restaurant is closed Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays, and can have a long wait time. To pass the time, stop by Teocalli, a shop in an RV that sells handmade goods from Mexico, or have a drink in the shaded waiting area. We have made it back to the Cholla Catcus Garden, and we are definitely in time for sunset. It's going to be really interesting to see the difference between the light at about 6:30, 7 p.m. versus about 5:30, 5:45. The Cholla cactus is also known as the flying teddy bear cactus because its little spines fly off at the very slightest touch. At the beginning of the trail, there is a little area that has some pliers, so if you happen to get some of these spines in you, which are kind of like porcupine spines, not fun, you could pull them off of you. So when you come here, be careful, do not touch the cacti, just walk the path, enjoy the view. We're at the Hall of Horrors. I got here at about, I would say 6:45-ish. And while there are cars in the parking lot, I don't see anyone. So it's kind of like I have this place all to myself, which is crazy, but it is just absolutely stunning here. Joshua Tree became a monument in 1936 and a national park in 1994. Early on, this area was home to Native American tribes, and many still do live here. And in the early 1900s, there were cowboys, cattle ranchers, and homesteaders. The park is nearly 800,000 acres and combines the two climates of the Mojave and the Colorado. It is here in the Mojave where you will find the Joshua trees, and in the Colorado, it is a bit scrubbier and hotter. Overall, the park is really easy to navigate. There are stops all along the road, there are pull-offs with parking spaces, there are restrooms here. The one thing you do have to bring in is your food and your water because there's no water in the park. This wraps up our trip to Joshua Tree. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please leave them down below and I will get to them, and I will also share all the links of the places we went to. So I'll see you next time. Bye.